This is the average affair. It is a very overcast day, but I'm in Galesburg, Illinois, for the little Ralph and Days event they're having here. I'm at the Amtrak station, and they have a BNSF train coming over there, and they have a locomotive here that you can walk around in. So I'm here. I'm going to be filming trains for most of the day, as well as just walking around, showing everyone the sights. Have a little railroad museum here with some old Pullman coaches and a Chicago, Burlington, Quincy steam locomotive. It's pretty cool. Definitely check it out later. Before that, I'm going to catch a few trains. Amazing how big these trains get when they're going right by your face like this. Yeah. This is why I come to Galesburg, because you get to see trains right up front. You're not like really far away all the time from them. You can see them go right by a platform like this. It's really cool in my opinion. That's why I'm sticking around.
I've been retired for 6 years, so as far as updates on that, I don't know.
They were down on the third car on the train down.
Austin, you need to ask those questions when he says, is there any questions?
Oh, we got a gift.
So these are some of those 460 locomotives. Yes, sir? That building right there, that was just added to our facility here about 2-3 years ago. It's called a wheel truing shop. So if a wheel gets out of round, if it has a flat spot on it on a locomotive, they can take it in there and true that wheel. Because, you know, you take, these locomotives weigh 430,000 pounds, loaded grain hopper 130 ton, 260,000 pounds. Well, if those wheels get a flat spot on, the way they get a flat spot on them, if the brakes are set, those wheels slide on the rail. Federal regulations, there's a minimum amount of flat spot you can have without replacing that wheel being defective. But I think if it's over 1.5 inches, it has to be replaced. Almost 100 years, right? That gives you an idea of the capacity of these cars. Okay, now we're sorting our mail. Here's the classification yard. So one of our switch crews, he tied onto an inbound train. He pulled it back to the other side of this hill. Now he's shoving it up on the hump.
Is that a GP60B right there?
I was a conductor and engineer. When it comes to locomotives, you people know more about. That's a GP38-2.
That's a GP. That's high.
I really didn't. Yeah. We usually use, I think they're GP40s for our switches. There's a switch crew up in the building on the other side of those cars. And one of the switchmen's outside, and he's what's called the pin puller. So as these cars shove up and get ready to crest that hill, at the corner of each end of a boxcar is what's called a pin lifter. When they pull up on that pin lifter, that lever, that disengages that locking pin on that knuckle. It opens up and that car's going to separate and go down the side of the hill. We hump these trains at about 2.7 miles an hour, a nice walking speed. He's going to pull that pin. When it separates, he's going to walk back to the next car to do the same thing. Well, how do you control what's lining the switches for that car to go the proper track, and how do you control the speed of it? This yard is all done by a computer. That computer is taken into consideration. Is it a load or an empty? How much does it weigh in its destination? Now in this computerized world, this yard works so well. About the only commodity we don't hump to let go under its own momentum and collide with another car is radioactive materials and Class A explosives. We hump liquefied petroleum gas. Oh, and a couple other things. I think it's chlorine.
Thank you.
So how old do you think this engine is, Deven?
Well, this is part of the General Electric Evolution series, so it has to have been in production from 2008 onwards.
Okay. So these have the better seats in them he was telling us about too.
Yeah.
They have bathroom facilities on here?
Yeah, I think most modern locomotives are supposed to be equipped with bathrooms.
Where's that at? Down here in the nose?
In the nose. Let's see.
Right there, I bet. Yep. There it is, huh? Is that where it's at? Bathroom? Yep, that's it. Just so you can take care of business, huh?
Yeah.
Just big enough, I suppose.
Well, I wondered if they had.
Well, they'd have to have a comfort stop.
Yeah, and passenger trains don't because, well, the cars will
Have a,
The freight trains, yeah, they need a place to.
you could probably sit here if you want.
Here we are on the deck of the locomotive, as they call it.